Good morning, good afternoon, and for some of you, good evening, beautiful goddesses. It's Sage here out in sunny California. How do you like my new hat? First time I'm wearing it. Give me just one sec. I want to get a backup recording going just in case, because I know sometimes tech isn't perfect, although 99.99999% of the time, tech is my friend and it works great. But just in case, there's going to be some beautiful gems coming through here. I have a feeling from the Divine Mother. So how is everybody doing? Feel free to put your video on so I can see you and we can all see each other and be in our goddess vibe tribe here together. I love to see your smiling faces. Thanks for joining me. I know this is kind of like spontaneous, but that's sometimes how I roll. So hi, Athena. Hi, Amy. Hi, Larry. Hi, Mary. Hi, Clara. Hi, Jana. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Ada. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Liza. And there's probably some others whose name I didn't see. So welcome to everybody, and I'm sure more people are going to be joining in. So happy Mother's Day weekend to those of you who are celebrating. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that comes up about mothers. And what's happening for me is just in the past, really about the last 3 or 4 months, in a very focused and intensive and miraculous way, and then in a larger picture over the last few years, I have made so much progress on healing my own mother wounds that I am now just in a completely different state of being, a state of grace, a state of gratitude. I'm able to be with both of my mothers, my earth mothers. I have two. How do I have two mothers? Because I was adopted. So I have my adoptive mom who raised me, who I call mom. And then I have my birth mom who actually went through heroic efforts to find me again. And she started looking for me when I turned 18, and it took her 3 years, a private detective, you know, hundreds of hours of going to reunion groups and support, you know, support programs and things. But she finally did find me. So we've been in each other's lives now longer than not. But there's still a wound there. And there's also stuff. There's also just like the mother stuff. How many of you, just out of curiosity, and you can type in the chat, and I should be able to see you if you're here live and you type in the chat. How many of you have mothers that are judgmental? Who has a mother that is controlling? Who has a mother that's emotionally not that available? Who has a mother that maybe didn't or doesn't completely see you, completely celebrate you? Does anyone have mothers? Some of you may have a mother that was actually emotionally abusive or physically abusive, or utilizing drugs or alcohol, or making really bad choices with her love partners, maybe even in a really horrible marriage, or her self-love, her own self-love wasn't what it needed to be. Some of this kind of resonating, right? And then there's also, so those are the issues, just some examples, and I'm sure there's lots more issues people can have with their mother or mothers. I have, without naming any names, I have one mother who's very, very judgmental, goes into a shaming, is actually, I believe, borderline personality and narcissistic. Talk about boundary issues, right? Whenever I relate to that mother, I literally say, Archangel Michael, shields up, and I have to like put up massive protection and do cleansing afterward. And I also do love her, and the vast majority of the time, especially now with me being a lot less triggered, almost not triggered at all, honestly. It's just like a miracle to have that kind of freedom. I'm able to be with her. I'm able to see the goodness of who she is. I'm able to just enjoy the quality time that we have left together. So that's so much better than always being like defensive or taking things personally or dreading being with her. So there's a whole lot of crapola, ladies and gentlemen, that I've worked through with that mother, right? And then the other mother is they're both very beautiful in their own ways and very loving in their own ways. But the issues, you know, just because we're doing this kind of call, right? We're looking at the issues. she's not very reliable. So she would say she's going to do something. And give you an example, we took her out to a Mother's Day dinner a few years ago, and she was 2.5 hours late to her own Mother's Day dinner. I mean, how crazy is that, right? And the examples go on and on. So there's this kind of like, doesn't do what she says she's going to do, which of course triggers things for me, right? And now I can spend quality time with her and not take that personally, because I realize that that's her doing her stuff, and it's not really about me. It's about her level of evolution. It's about her level of consciousness. It's her kind of pattern, right? And some of the amazing shifts too that have occurred to me is that whatever issues our Earth mothers have, they stem from issues they had with their mothers and their mothers prior to that, and back and back and back and back it goes. So what I've been discovering and benefiting from, and what I now am so delighted to help other people with, men as well as women, in private sessions, and then women, of course, at our retreat, which is coming up this next week, and I have group programs for women as well, is healing this at the ancestral level, and healing it at the past life level, healing it at the cause, the level of causality, which is omnidimensional, it's omnitemporal, it's omni-universal. You can have little improvements with like talk therapy, and you can have little improvements with affirmations, you can have little improvements with doing energy work, journaling. You know, there's lots of things you can do to help you have insight and have at least a temporary shift. But until you really get to the cause and go all the way to where this stuff originated, the fears, the shaming, the hiding, you know, the grief, all of that, until you go to the original root cause. If there's one thing you get from this call today, that should be one of the things. Okay, we're going to do our channeling in a few minutes, but I really want you to see the big picture before we jump into the experiential juicy channeling. You've got to heal your mother wound issues at the original cause. Can you do it by yourself? Maybe. Honestly, probably not exclusively by yourself, because what I've seen, I've been a healer for 25 years, and for the last 10 years, very prosperously and successfully, and I've helped thousands, easily I could say thousands of people. Tens of thousands maybe, but on a one-on-one level, you know, many people, and group in person too. And what I've seen every time is that the older the shit is, the more likely you're going to need support. Okay. That can be like a mantra from Sage today. If it's really old stuff, if you've been dealing with it your whole life, you probably need support, and you need the right support. You need support from someone who's gone through something similar and is farther along on their own path. And I recommend that you work with someone that's also intuitive, and that works holistically, that works body, mind, heart, and spirit, soul, energy. Obviously, I'm one of those people, right? You got to choose the right healer, the right spiritual teacher, the right mentor, the right coach that is right for you. If you feel a resonance, send me a message, send me an email. You know, we can explore. There's lots of ways that I can support you with this. And I really, really want the other connection, the other big, like huge download, aside from getting to the root cause, original cause, right? Is your issues with your earth mother, or any issues about mothering, becoming a mother, the fact that you didn't become a mother, what kind of a job you feel like you've done with raising your children, the stresses of motherhood, feeling not supported enough as a mother, you know, feeling overwhelmed with the responsibility of being a mother, issues of not being able to conceive, or abortion, adoption. I mean, there's so many forms that this mother wound can take. You're starting to get the picture, right? It's huge. That all of these things are also a reflection of your relationship with the Divine Mother. All of these issues that you have about motherhood, mothering, you know, all of this, a lot of that family stuff and the family dramas and traumas, guess what? you have an opportunity to heal that within you. When you heal it within you, this is my greatest wish for every single person on earth, is that you are liberated from your past. You're liberated from those chains of pain and those years of fears, literally, that have been weighing you down. And some of that stuff isn't even your stuff. A lot of it isn't even your stuff. Maybe none of it is your stuff. Just get a glimmer right now. Just imagine what your life would be like. You can't change everyone else out here, right? None of us has the magic wand to change everyone else. But you can change in here. You can change how you respond. And you can heal so you don't have that trigger anymore. And you are no longer limited and affected by other people's stuff out here and by your past, about your coulda, woulda, shouldas, about your if onlys. None of that. You are just liberated. You're liberated to be the love that you truly are, and be the most loving person to yourself and others, to be a light in this world that you absolutely came here to be, and to give and receive love more freely and fully. And does healing your mother wound also help you with prosperity? Heck yes, heavens yes, absolutely, because it has to do with receiving. It has to do, you see I'm doing this? Do this right now. Receive. It has to do with your capacity to receive from your universe. How many of you guys and gals feel like you are an overgiver? Who feels like they're giving? How many of you feel, go ahead and tell me in the chat. I can see you, I can hear you. You can put yourself on video too if you like. So let's make this as interactive as possible, because you'll get the most from it and you'll also enjoy it the most. And it's fun connecting with you. I love hearing from you and seeing you. Do you feel like you're holding the space? And you might even be doing this professionally too, as well as in your family and with your friends, your community, and so on. Do you feel like you're holding the space for a lot of other people? Do you feel like you're losing yourself in that shuffle sometimes, that your self-care can be a little better? Do you feel like sometimes when you manifest money, when you do manifest money, that it comes in and then it goes right back out? How many of you guys have that pattern? Who has that pattern? Go ahead and chat. I want to make sure my tech is working. Nobody's chatted for a few seconds, so go ahead and chat. Yes. Okay, thank you, Ada. Jane and Jana says her mother was controlling and judgment. Right. So abundance, this healing of the mother wound, it helps you with receiving abundance. It helps you have more life balance. It helps you have more emotional happiness, just joy and bliss. You can probably feel it like just exuding off of me. I literally, the word that kept playing over and over for me as I was going through all these layers and levels and lifetimes of healing about my own mother stuff, which is like so amazing right now, was liberation and actually ecstatic. Ecstatic is how you can feel when you have healed this enough. And that's what I want for you. So absolutely. And what about love? Does it affect your relationships? What do you guys think? Do you think the stuff that you have internalized from your human mother and the self-judgments and the self-deprecation and the subconscious beliefs, Archangel Michael calls the beliefs to shift, BS. Do you think your beliefs to shift that are kind of running the show subconsciously there, could they be getting in the way of you giving and receiving love more fully and more freely, more joyfully with your divine right mate? Abso-freaking-lutely. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely, absolutely. I would not have $1 million plus business. I would not be living in my dream home, issues of home. I would not have improved health. Some of you guys know I've almost died 19 times, and I've been through more disabilities and diseases and conditions. I mean, I could talk your ear off for hours. Which is what I have to do anytime I have an intake with a new doctor. They're like, oh my God, are you like one person went through all that and look at you now, you know? But I'm not going to bore you with all that crap. Plus, that's not my story anymore, right? But truly, this is all related to first chakra, second chakra, feeling safe in your body, your ability to feel pleasure, your ability to be grounded and in the moment, and the benefits of truly deeply healing the mother wound. It's just phenomenal. It's like a key to everything. And yes, I am going to write a book about this. Thank you. A lot of people are like, when's the book coming out? But you know what? Honestly, the book will be inspiring, and it'll be important to shed the light on such an important subject. I couldn't believe it. I Googled the other day, healing the mother wound on Amazon. There is no book. It's waiting for me to write this book, right? Don't you think? But the thing is this, you can only get so much from a book, you know, even a great book, even amazing, you know, wonderful, like truly, truly inspirational book. The best thing is transformational experience, you know, whether it's in a group or one-on-one, whether it's in person or it's live online. I'm a big believer in live. I'm a big believer in person, and I'm a big believer in one-on-one. And I'm also a big fan of, if you're in a group, it needs to be fairly small. You know, a group where you have 300 people, there's a certain energy to that. It's great for networking, right? But for deep, really deep, it doesn't get any deeper than this, you guys. Deep soul healing, deep primal healing, where you need to feel safe, you need to feel held, you need an intimate space for that. Most people need one-on-one, but a lot of people do well with like a small group, like we have with our Shasta retreat next week. That's a very, very small group, 10 or fewer people, really small, because you need to feel held, you need to feel nurtured. So I want to hear more about your thoughts about mother wound. How has it been showing up for you? When you start thinking about this, is it blocking you about receiving? Does it have to do with self-esteem? Does it affect your patterns in relationship, your money patterns? How has this been affecting you? I want to hear that from you guys. So take a minute to just reflect on that, because this is a group experiential, right here, right now. But I want you to personalize it, because it's about you. What's important is that you get what you need, you know, from this. So give me 1 second. I'm going to have my drink. I can actually hear someone who's somehow unmuted themselves. We're probably going to mute them again, though. So let's see. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you, Leslie and Paula. And Janet's here. And Inspired Life is here. Yay. And Alexander's here. And Ruby is here. If I didn't say hello to you, please don't mind me. I'm trying to say hello to everybody, because you are important. And I really consider it a sacred trust that you're spending some time with me right now, or in replay land too. You guys matter too. Self-care, right? Love these buy drinks. I think I need to buy some stock in them. So go ahead and share in the chat what that mother wound, how that's been affecting you. Oh, the other important thing is, can you heal the mother wound and be liberated from the patterns with your human mother, or mothers, as the case may be, and mother figures too, stepmothers and so forth. Even if that person is on the other side, absolutely you can. Because remember, this healing is within you. This is within your aura, and it's your lineage. So the way that I help people with that too is we work with your highest self and their highest self. And their highest self is happy to do this healing with you, even if their human self doesn't get it or is gone from this earth on the physical plane. Absolutely, the healing can happen and will happen when you address it on all the levels that it needs to be addressed. So I want to get into the channeling. You guys have been patient. I really, really want you to see the scope of this, though. There's so much more than we could do in, 45 minutes or an hour or whatever we'll have here today. And there's even more than we can do in a 4-day retreat. But the ladies who are coming to the 4-day immersion, absolutely, I am just so thrilled, delighted, and over the moon. Ecstatic is the word that comes to get to hold the space with these beautiful sisters. And one of them is flying in from Australia. A lot of them have had to rearrange their schedules, get childcare. I mean, it can take some heroic efforts to travel across the country or across the world. But when you know you need to receive the support, when you know you're ready to really up level, and you're feeling a resonance, it is absolutely worth it. And all of the retreats that we've done so far, this is going to be probably my 15th retreat and my fourth one that's like focused on a theme. A lot of them have been Reiki retreats, which we still do. Those are Reiki trainings. This is not a Reiki training. This is about deep, deep healing, divine alignment, destiny, opening your funnel to intuitive guidance from source directly, opening your channels to wealth and success and more happiness and more pleasure in your life, spiritual awakening. So there's a lot. And you, by the way, I'll just mention the link a couple times. It's angelicmysticalretreats.com. I'll talk a little bit later about the savings that you can get because you're here on the call if you are called to join us at Mount Shasta. Why Mount Shasta? Mount Shasta is a very powerful goddess point. It's an incredible healing location. The waters are world renowned. And we have the ascended masters, the archangels, the goddess, and it's the first chakra of the planet, and it's known to be a vortex, literally a vortex point of the planet, kind of like Sedona, kind of like Glastonbury. It's like the place itself is just resonating and vibrating at such an incredible level that it really amplifies the healing experience that we're going to get to have. And I'm honored and overjoyed, and hugs and kisses to everybody who's coming to the retreat. And if you can't join us for this retreat, but you want to explore going deeper or higher with me with regard to healing your mother wound or other things, just send me a message, and we'll hop on a call, no cost, just kind of chat and intuitively feel into it together. We've got other options. I'm just so excited about the retreat, though, as you can tell. But that's happening in just a few days. I know not everybody can clear the schedule, but some of you may be able to do that. So now let's hear from the Divine Mother. And remember, you can chat anytime if you have any questions about Divine Mother healing, about your mother's situation, like what kind of healing you might need, or what's going on for you. You can type that in the chat. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as possible. If you have questions about my methodology or about the retreat or just anything that's related to any of this, one of the big keys is that your connection to the divine feminine, to fully embody the goddess aspect of who you are. All of us have God and goddess. It doesn't matter to me what gender your body is or what your sexual preference is. You still are an embodiment of God and goddess. Do you agree? Who agrees with that? Who gets that you have a divine masculine and a divine feminine? So in order to be living your best life, you need to be as fully connected to and joyously expressing both of these aspects of yourself, your feminine and your masculine. Your feminine allows you to perceive and receive and experience nurturing and nurture others. Your masculine is about action and making it happen. Your feminine, your goddess, doesn't make things happen. She allows them to happen. She attracts them. She magnetizes them really easily. They just flow to her. So nice, right? And your masculine is the one who makes the plans and goes like, boom, 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 let's get this done. Let's get it done. Okay. So when both of those are fully embodying within you and they're working together and they're playing nicely together, so many people need help with integrating their masculine and feminine, or the masculine and feminine aren't even talking to each other. It's crazy. I mean, the stuff I see in aura readings, it's just amazing. When you have your inner male and female intertwined in ecstatic union and bliss as the sacred lovers that they are, this affects every aspect of your life. This is another thing I love helping you with. And as you can see, the divine feminine is a big part of all of this. So I'm going to have another sip. Please enjoy your beverage of choice. Give yourself a little hug. And let's hear from the Divine Mother, because she's a lot more eloquent than I am. And thank you for the opportunity to share with you today. I feel like I need to take my hat off for that. Sign of respect, perhaps. Beloved, child of God, beloved, essence of ecstasy, beloved, embodiment of love, beloved, miracle, you. I am your mother, the one who has always been here for you. Your first mother, your forever mother, your always mother. I am the one who held you first. I am the one who fed you at my breast. I am the one in whose sea you have been swimming. I am the one from whom you come, and I am the one to whom you return. I am here. I am within you. I am around you. I am the love you seek and the truth you speak. Touch me now with your heart, and in so doing, beloved, you allow me to touch deeper within you, and you remember You remember who you are. You remember how worthy you are. You remember why you are here. You remember the magic that is you, and you remember that there are no limitations in this sea of love. Now is always the time to begin anew, beloved. Now is always the portal to the past and the gateway to the future. Make a new choice. Receive. 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 The light that you are is too great to even be contained in your earth form, dear one. The love that you are capable of shining and sharing expands beyond the horizons and beyond the horizons of even your imagination. For you are timeless. You have come here to help transform this place into the heaven that it truly is. You have come here not only as a light worker, but as a light weaver. You have come here not only as a hope bringer, but as a hope restorer. How can you serve? You best serve by being all of who you are. You best serve when you stop hiding. You best serve when you stop worrying and wandering and making excuses and delaying and wandering off. Come back to your center. Come back home. My arms embrace you. And my love does grace you. See yourself as the living, breathing, walking miracle of love that you are. See yourself through my eyes, and you know that all is possible for you. You know that the entire universe is yours. You have but to claim it. Claim your birthright. And along the way, accept your human frailties and foibles. It's okay to not be perfect. You are always perfect. You are both a masterpiece and a work in progress. Sweet, beautiful soul. Love both the journey and the destination. Celebrate yourself, celebrate life, celebrate the beauty of this earth that we have given to you. Celebrate one another. Celebrate the pleasures. Embrace the bliss and come home. The time is now, and you are loved. Thank you so much, Divine Mother. Thank you so much, Goddess of all that is. Thank you, Creatrix. Thank you, Energy of Life. Thank you, breath within the breath. Thank you for these words that are more than words. Thank you for this energy that sustains us and uplifts us. Please guide each and every one of us hearing these words now and across time and space to take the right actions in the right times, in the right orders, with the right intentions, and thus getting the right results and co-creating the right outcomes that are light, that are love in action. We are weaving this matrix of light and love together. We're walking one another home. We are remembering and reminding one another of who we truly are. It is an honor to worship you. It is a joy to be the embodiment of you. And I thank you so much for the opportunity to be your voice and your hands here on earth. Blessings to all beings. Amen and a women. Blessed be to all. Wow. Give yourself a few more moments to just breathe this in and let this beautiful energy dance within every cell of your body, within every part of your being. What stood out for you from this beautiful channeling? I keep hearing, for me, I just keep hearing the phrase, sea of love. Did she say sea of love? I think she said that. Sometimes I don't remember when I'm channeling the exact words later, which is why I love to hear the replays too, sometimes more than once. Re-listen and re-listen, as Archangel Michael likes to say. So I'd love to hear what stood out for you with that. How do you feel right now after allowing yourself to receive that? And it's receiving, and it's also being embraced. It's like a big global hug with the Divine Mother that we just experienced. I also feel like there's a sense of a mirror. So what's standing out for you there, dear ones? You can chat in there, and I can see in the chat. Oh, I better put my hat back on. Very sunny out here. Okay, so you can share in the chat there. I wonder if it's working. Okay, go ahead and share in the chat so that I can see your thoughts. I know a lot of you are still really kind of floating, floating in the sea, floating in these ocean waves. Speaking of the element of water, that is a recommendation that we have for you. Yes, Ada says the time is now. Absolutely, the time is now. Not only are we the ones we've been waiting for, it's our responsibility. It's not only our joy and our path to our best lives, but it is truly our responsibility to step it up, to really up level, and to stop the excuses already, stop playing small, stop hiding, stop being half-assed, or even three-quarters. You need to jump all the way in and be all of who you really are, all of who you really came here to be. So let's see here. Not sure what's going on here with this sharing. Give me just a second. Leslie, if you could stop your screen sharing, that would be really cool, because I'm not sure that we need that. Okay, what I could do though, what I would love to share with you guys a little bit more about our incredible goddess experience that we have coming up. And the website is angelicmysticalretreats.com. And give yourself a minute or two, or 5 or whatever, just to hang out with us a little bit longer here, so that you can get a really good sense of this, because this is the only retreat that I'm planning to do at Mount Shasta. It was 6 years in the planning. It was literally 6 years since Shasta gave me that you need to come here with the goddess sisters and gather and receive the love of the Divine Mother and go deeper and higher and receive incredible spiritual blessings. So angelicmysticalretreats.com. It's this coming week. I know, right? It's like incredible. It's coming up really fast. It starts May 16th. It runs through the 20th. It's a 4-night immersion in the Divine Feminine. We will be experiencing profound healing of the mother wound. We will also have Archangel Michael with us doing destiny activations, and we will be doing Reiki attunements at the sacred mountain. And I love this. Every woman who heals herself heals all the women who came before her and all the women who came after her. And I would say also the men too. It definitely applies to the men as well. This is a women's retreat. We do have sometimes co-ed retreats, and you're more than welcome to message or email me if you cannot come to this one and you want to make sure you hear about anything in the future. But this is a very, very special women's only Divine Feminine Goddess retreat at Mount Shasta. And this is the image for the first chakra. So see if that has energy for you right now. If that has energy for you right now, that's a good indicator for you. So we're working on self and spirit and aligning you with your soul destiny so that it can come out and really be all of who you are, make the huge difference that you came here to make, and be more prosperous and enjoy your life more fully. This is all about time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and emotional freedom. All of those levels of freedom. If that sounds exciting and juicy, then this is perfect for you. And we're also, because the mountain has this incredible ascension energy and grounding energy, it's like one of the perfect places to really experience both the heavenly energy and the divine earthy grounding energy. So it's the male and female. So this, you're going to come home after these 4 days. It's like an immersion experience with so much more clarity, with courage, with confidence, more committed to your path, really, really more clearly understanding how you can step forward from that moment onward and shine more brightly as who you really are. You're going to have more of that inner passion and fire and so many of those blocks and fears, they're just going to fall away. They're just not going to own you anymore. They're not going to have any power over you anymore. You're going to be able to look at them like I look at the mother wounds now and go, I have compassion for that woman that I was who was stuck with all that. But that's not who I am anymore. I've completely liberated myself. You are going to experience a similar level of liberation. The form it'll take exactly is the form that it'll be for you. Mount Shasta is a very, very special place. I've always been surprised at how much mother and goddess energy I felt there, because people tend to talk about the crystals. They talk about the Native American energy. They talk about the healing waters. They talk about the Lemurian ancient civilization. They talk about the violet flame and the ascended masters. All of these things are associated with Mount Shasta. But what I didn't know was how much I would personally feel the goddess there. When I see her, even from the horizon, as you're first driving up, seeing her, to me, that is just like the breast of the mother. It truly is. And anytime we're anywhere there in that lap of the goddess, in that whole Shasta area, our retreat house is right near, it's about 20 minutes from the mountain. And we're in a fairy woods. We have mineral springs waters that are the incredible waters people travel hundreds of miles or thousands of miles to experience. We have those mineral spring water coming right into our private retreat house. We've got journeys to the sacred mountain, and we have the full moon. So I'm really excited about that. The kinds of shifts that people do have, and these are actually typical. This is not like, oh yeah, one person has this. These are typical transformations for people who come to our retreats. This was Carol. Carol literally called it her rebirthday. This is, I don't know if you can see this picture of here. Someone happened to be taking a picture of Carol at our last women's retreat, which was in 2012. So I don't do women's retreats every year. So that's how special this is. I don't know when I'm going to be doing another one. Next year, I'm doing a co-ed retreat. I'm doing 2 retreats next year. They're Reiki, and one's probably going to be in Ireland, but they're probably going to be co-ed. So this is it for women's retreats with Sage, the Divine Mother, Archangel Michael, for a while, for like probably a few years. This was Carol at the last women's retreat, which we called Loot Camp. That's what we used to call the women's retreats. Now it's called Prosperous Goddess Retreat. And it literally was a moment of rebirth. And this was before I was even working that consciously with the Divine Mother and the concept of healing your mother wound, but she still experienced it as a rebirth. And since then, she's been able to accept prosperity, heal her old patterns, the deep connection, it's just like a healing space and self-love, feeling worthy. It's just incredible. The transformation, Bola actually flew in from England. She was the first person, male or female, to fly across the planet, literally across the ocean, for one of our retreats, which completely blew me away at the time. But it's happened at every single retreat that I've taught since then. This retreat, we have Gail flying in from Australia. And who knows who else is still going to join us in the next few days. So Reverend Bola, what she had to say about how she experienced the retreat is, this is the work that will change our planet into a heaven on earth. This is a tremendous, wonderful, wonderful opportunity for every living human being. These are her words. You can actually hear it. If you click play here on angelicmysticalretreats.com, you'll hear her words at the retreat straight from her mouth. And you can feel the energy of it. This is an all-inclusive retreat. I just want to make sure you're aware. Everything is covered. The sacred site retreats to the magical Shasta locations. We have a special tour guide who's lived at Shasta for 30 years and knows the places. If it were just me, I would only be able to find like the touristy places that I could Google. She knows the mystical, magical, off the beaten path, secret sites of Shasta. That's where we're going to get to go and have Reiki attunement and incredible healing and connection with Mother Earth. It's like a mini vision quest, and you don't have to be super physically fit. You just need to be able to, walk, basically. They're like fairly easy walking. But magical, magical, magical. I can't wait. All the meals are included. My husband is the chef. It's true. Mark is the main chef. And we have a kitchen goddess, Joy, helping us at the retreat as well. All the food is imbued with love and Reiki. It's gourmet, it's organic. There's a meat choice, there's a vegetarian choice. Almost everything is gluten-free. It's super healthy, incredibly nourishing. And we have the mineral springs. We're going to have a private excursion to the world famous Stewart Mineral Springs Resort, which is only like a 15-minute walk away from our private retreat house. And we have a private excursion where we have the whole place rented out just for us goddesses. And that's going to be soaking in the mineral springs. You can dip in the creek if you like. You've got the sauna. We also have a mineral springs bathtub in our own retreat house and a sauna at our own retreat house. So this is high end. It's VIP. You're going to be pampered from the moment you arrive. You're going to be receiving from the goddess, you know, as the goddess that you are. The only thing that's not included is your transportation. Just have to get yourself there. Private room is available for an upgrade. It's an extra $500 for a private room. And we're not doing this extra night thing anymore, so you can ignore that. And if you wanted any one-on-one time with me, you can add that to your package. We've got goodie bags. We've got special bonuses. I mean, people quadrupling their income, discovering their purpose. That's a likely expectation that you can have, is that you're going to be more clear and more aligned with source, with spirit, with your soul purpose. And so there's the info on the tuition is not here, but I can verbally tell you, and you can click here, you can fill out that little form and we hop on a call. So it's basically the tuition, it's $2,500 or $3,000 if you get the private room. We have some special savings options though. For example, if you bring another woman to the retreat and you're willing to share the space with her, like room with her, we can actually do a 2 people for $3,000. That's crazy, right? And that's just because it's last minute. I want to make you really like sweet, no brainer. My God, I have to go to this, you know, kind of opportunity. So instead of $2,500 for one person, if you bring in another person to the retreat with you and you share with her, that's only $3,000 for the 2 of you, which brings your tuition all the way down to $1,500. I'm honestly barely making any money on that, but I really feel like more women, you know, need to experience this, and it's so, so special. And I don't know when I'm doing another women's retreat, and I certainly don't know when I'm doing another women's retreat at Shasta. So I want to make it just so easy for you to have this experience. So if you know you're in, just send me a message, send me an email, sage@loveandspirit.org. And then you can also fill out this little application thingy here and make sure that you give me your email and your phone number. Sometimes people fill out the whole application and they don't give me their phone number. So this is what the application looks like. I'm not asking you your blood type. It's nothing to, you know, it's confidential. It's just me that sees it. But we just need to see your email, your phone number, you know, why do you feel called to do this? And, you know, some other stuff. So because of the interest of time that it's happening in just a few days, I do want to mention that there's only a few spots left. It's happening in just a few days. You know, this isn't some kind of fake urgency. This is like happening in, you know, it's starting on May 16th. We need to arrive on May 16th. It's 4 nights, everything included. You can PayPal over to me a deposit of $500 if you want to hold a spot. And then you want to like see if you can find another woman to come so you can get that special 2 for 1. Or you want to chat with me about, you know, whatever. You have questions about any kind of logistics, or, you know, anything, any questions that you might have. You're more than welcome to do that. So you could just PayPal that $500 over, sage@love, LOVE, and AND, spirit, SPIRIT.org. Not .com, it's .org. sage@loveandspirit.org. I'll put it in the chat here for you. And you might be able to do PayPal credit. Or if you want me to send you a PayPal invoice, I can do that too. sage@loveandspirit.org or PayPal. The deposit is $500, and that'll hold your spot. Okay. So let me, let me put the website for you there. AngelicMysticalRetreats.com. We had a little bit of an issue where our site was giving that not secure flag. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You can click to view the site, even if it says that. You don't even put any money through the website. So there's no concern whatsoever about security. It's just an informational website. So it's totally fine. Don't worry. And any other questions that aren't answered there on the page, please just send me a message, send me an email, fill out the form on there. If you know you're in, you can send the deposit over and we'll work the rest out. I might even be able to do a payment plan. It just kind of depends on your situation. Usually people pay before the retreat, but given that there's only a few days left, I can maybe be a little flexible. I'm very reasonable to do all these things with. The most important thing is ask your highest self if you are meant to do this, right? Ask the goddess within you, ask your angels, am I going to be blessed if I come to the Prosperous Goddess retreat with Sage at Mount Shasta, May 16 through 20 this year? Is this a blessing for me? Is this an important step for me? Is it going to help me move forward on my path? Is it going to help me shine my light more brightly? Is it going to be a blessing to the whole world for me to do this? Is this the right choice for me? And trust what you get. Trust the answer that you get, right? And if you're coming to retreat, wonderful. I cannot wait to see you and do the abundance together and make magic under the moonlight together and be at these special sacred sites and help you heal your first chakra and your body, mind, heart, and soul, and connect more divine and experience the Divine Mother and Archangel Michael in ways that you can't even imagine right now, and really experience yourself and come home to yourself. And if you're not able to come to the retreat, I love you anyway. And I'm just so glad to get to share this with you today. And I'm here to support you and celebrate you and cheer you on your amazing path. Please feel free to re-listen to this replay. You might want to listen to the channeling more than once. Oftentimes you get more layers of meaning and nuance the more you listen to these channelings. I know that's definitely true with the Archangel Michael and other channelings, but it's also true with the Divine Mother channeling. And I know that a lot of you felt that energy. So what stood out for you here today? And does anyone have any questions? Any questions for me whatsoever? I'm going to stick around for another minute or two or three here in case you have any questions, or if you'd like to share your takeaways and your insights, please feel free to do that. I hope that this touched your heart and soul as much as it did mine to be here with you today. I want to wish all of you a happy Mother's Day and a happy Others Day too. I know that for people who aren't mothers, it can be painful, all this hype. One of my Facebook friends was just talking about that, and people were wishing her a happy Mother's Day as a pet mother. She has 4 pets. But she said, you don't understand the level of pain that I have. It's not, you can't just say happy Mother's Day as a pet mother. That doesn't acknowledge, the true pain that she has about not having had the opportunity to become a mother when she wanted to become a mother. So I know that there's issues that can come up about Mother's Day. And I just want you to understand that you have the Divine Mother within you. You are nurturing, you are loving, you are intuitive. So honor the Divine Mother within you, honor the goddess aspect of yourself, regardless of what's going on out here and who's mothering you or who you are mothering and how that's all been going for you. You can tap into the more spiritual aspect of this. Let's celebrate this as Divine Mother's Day too. You in me? Are you with me on that, or who's in with that? Let's make this Divine Mother's Day too. And it's also a great opportunity to experience healing around your Earth Mother and to just raise that vibration of love. It's what it's all about. So lots of love. Feel free to send me any questions. You've got my email, you've got the website, and anything else you can just pop over to me. I know sometimes you want to share more in a kind of private message. So feel free to email me. I'll be checking my emails later today. I'm actually hopping down to the Bay Area today to spend time with my birth mother to celebrate her, both for her birthday, which is this month, and also Mother's Day. And tomorrow, my family gets to celebrate me in the first half of the day, and then we're taking my adoptive mom out to dinner to celebrate her. So we've got lots of Mother's Day celebrations going on socially all weekend long. And this was important to me to share this with you today. So thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you. Thanks for being part of my tribe. The Divine Mother loves you, and Mama Sage loves you. So here's a kiss. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here, Jana and Mary and Athena and Ada. And thank you for visiting also Elizabeth and Paula and Acacia. What a cool name. And another Paula, and Loretta's here. Yay, Lorraine's here. And Angela, lots of love to all of you. I love you all so much. And have a beautiful weekend. Mwah. Bye, ladies. Thank you, Divine Mother. Oh, it looks like we have a hand raised. Okay, I'm still here. No worries. I will unmute those of you who have a hand raised. Who has a hand raised? I think it was Acacia. Acacia, did you have your hand raised, honey? You're unmuted. Looked like she had her hand up. Okay, last chance to raise your hand before I head off on my Mother's Day celebrations on the human plane. The other human plane. Okay, cool, but feel free to message me if we're hooked up on Facebook. And you know, we have our Facebook groups. Be a Prosperous Goddess is a free group on Facebook. Be a Prosperous Goddess. Just type that in, search in there. And then we have the Prosperous Goddess, which is my page to like. And you can also find me on Instagram, which is Sage the Prosperous Goddess. So come hang out with me over there on social media, and I'll be able to connect more with you. My oldest son's doing some of the driving today, so I'll be able to connect and message you guys if you want to reach me in the next few hours. Okay, lots of love, you guys. Have a great weekend. Mwah.